There is a way of thinking that doesn't bargain for approval. It builds the rules. It doesn't chase profit. It engineers profit. This isn't about being louder. It's about becoming the gate. Stay. Because Adam Smith didn't hand you a theory. He handed you a weapon. Most people treat economics like numbers and charts. That's noise. Adam Smith taught two things that are weapons if you learn to use them. 1. Markets move because people follow incentives. 2. Trust and reputation are the glue that make trade possible. In 2025, incentives are being bent. Trust is being tested. If you want advantage, you must read the rules and then learn to bend them back. That is the skill Smith really taught. When people say invisible hand, they imagine a kind, natural order. That's not the whole point. The invisible hand is simply this. When many people chase their own gain, the result can coordinate into useful outcomes, like production, trade, services. Good outcomes happen when prices tell the truth about supply and demand. But Smith didn't only write about prices. He wrote about people. He said reputation, trust, and sympathy, what he called moral sentiments, matter. You can have efficient markets, but if people cheat, if trust breaks, the market collapses into favors and traps. Smith warned about the man of system, the planner who thinks rules alone are enough. The lesson: incentives plus moral wiring make the market stable. Break one, and chaos follows. Now listen. The invisible hand is still on the job. It just has gloves on. The world has three big shifts that change how that hand moves. Price signals are noisy. Governments add tariffs or subsidies. That changes prices for reasons other than supply and demand. When prices lie, people guess wrong. Businesses overpay or underinvest. You can lose because the price is telling a story that isn't true. Short-term volatility rules. Interest rates and inflation jump. Plans that assume slow, steady growth stop working. If you bet on a long future when the future keeps changing, you lose. Gatekeepers control access. Big platforms and concentrated corporations decide who gets seen and who gets cut off. If a platform controls distribution, it controls terms. You either feed it or it eats you. These three change incentives. They change what success looks like. They do not remove the invisible hand. They hide who moves it. You must learn to see the fingers under the glove. You can respond in thousands of ways, or you can do three things that cut through the noise. They are simple. They are practical. They are actionable. Learn them. Do them. Move 1. Reprice your risk. What does reprice your risk mean? It means change how you think about cash, debt, and time. When prices and rates jump, the future gets hazy. You cannot plan like yesterday, so you must treat money as a tool for survival and opportunity, not just a number on a screen. Simple rules. Keep runway. Have cash to survive 3 to 6 months. If you have dependents or variable income, aim higher. Cash is not weakness. It is optional insurance. Reduce fragile debts, loans that assume low interest forever. If your payment will explode if rates rise, it's fragile. Fix it or reduce it. Make smaller, Repeatable bets. When the future is uncertain, place many small bets with exits, not one giant bet that depends on stability. This is not about fear, it's about flexibility. Flexibility beats prediction. Move 2. Don't be a product. Be the gate. Most people make products. They hope to be chosen. That's a weak position. A product is replaceable. A gate is necessary. What is a gate? A gate is any point in a system that others must pass through. It could be a tool that integrates into many workflows, a piece of data or service no one else holds, a relationship with a customer that is hard to replicate. Simple ways to build this. Find one workflow your users cannot do without. Make your feature central to it. Build integration hooks so that removing you would break someone's process. Own the small thing that everyone depends on and doesn't want to rebuild. Gates give pricing power. Products get priced by the gatekeepers. Be the gate that sets the price. Move 3. Build moral capital, not followers. Followers are noise. Moral capital is trust you can spend. It's different. Followers give applause. Moral capital gives durable relationships. It keeps doors open when rules change. How to build it? Keep promises. Small, consistent actions beat big, dramatic claims. If you say you ship on Friday, ship on Friday. That builds trust. If you do business a certain way, say so. People prefer predictable partners. Predictability builds trade. Make your actions visible, not your inner thoughts. Let people see outcomes, not process. Outcomes build credibility. Trust gives you optionality. When markets wobble, others trade with those they trust. Your moral capital is your insurance. It doesn't show up on balance sheets. It shows up when people call you first, when deals happen faster, when offers are made behind closed doors. People will say, "Isn't this manipulative?" No. There is a difference between deception and strategy. Smith knew people respond to perception. He didn't tell people to lie. He told them to understand incentives and reputations. That is strategy. People will say, "Isn't this cold?" Maybe. Power often looks cold, but cold can protect warmth. If you want to feed your family, protect your future. Strategy is not cruelty. It's realism. People will say, "I don't run a company. I'm just one person." Good. These moves are for individuals more than companies. Reprice risk for your personal finances. Be the gate in your job. Own a skill or a process others need. Build moral capital by delivering reliably. That scales down to personal career moves. Here is the single question you must ask before any move. If the rules change, will this still work? That is the Smith test. Break it down. If the answer is yes, you have durability. Keep it. If the answer is no, you are building on someone else's favor. That favor will vanish. Use this on jobs, investments, partnerships, and projects. It's simple. It's brutal. It saves time and money. Don't wait. And do these 3 things in the next 7 days. Cash audit. Count your runway. If you have less than 3 months, create a plan to extend it by cutting one recurring cost, or increasing one revenue stream. Make a simple list. Gate mapping. Look at your job or business. Name 3 small pieces of work that, if you owned them, would make you hard to replace. Pick 1. Own it. Reputation checklist. Write 3 promises you will keep this month. Make them public, in a comment, in an email, on social media. Then, keep them. Small, reliable actions build moral capital fast. Do these. Track progress. Habit is how strategy becomes reality. A few things to avoid. 1. Don't confuse noise with signal. A loud price change may be temporary. Check fundamentals. 2. Don't over-centralize your life on one platform. If one gate can cut you off, you are fragile. Diversify channels. 3. Don't burn your moral capital for quick wins. Reputation rebuilds slowly and breaks quickly. Once trust is gone, deals get harder. Adam Smith gave us more than a phrase. He gave us a way to read incentives in people. Nowadays, the market is noisy and the players are clever. Reprice risk. Become the gate. Build moral capital. Do those, and you stop being prey. You become the rule. Stop reacting. Start arranging. The market does not owe you truth. It owes you leverage. Take it.